Okay, here we have three more multiple choice problems, numbers 5 through 7. These are again non-calculator, and the first one of them is going to be an integration by parts problem. And I'm going to use ln of y as my u because I find it easier to differentiate ln of y than I do to integrate ln of y. So u differentiates to du and ln of y differentiates to 1 over y dy if I feel like writing it in there, which is fine. I can. dv is 1 over y squared dy, and it is going to integrate to negative 1 over y. So I have uv, which is negative 1 over y ln of y, plus the integral of v du. And I'm subtracting out a negative v, so I change that to an addition sign right there. And 1 over y times 1 over y is 1 over y squared. So then my integral of 1 over y squared is negative 1 over y. So it looks like what I had to do to match my answer is factor out a negative 1 over y, and then I matched to answer choice D. Number 6, excuse me, I think it's an interesting one because it's written in the order of x cubed ln of x, but I'm actually going to sort of think about it backwards, and it's an integration by parts problem. So we'll go ahead and call our u ln of x. du would be 1 over x dx. dv would be x cubed dx, and then when I integrate dv, I get x to the 4th over 4. So I have uv, which is x to the 4th over 4 times ln of x, that's right here, minus v du. So what I'm doing here is I'm factoring out the 1/4 from the v to put that in front. I always try to factor out a constant because it makes it easier to integrate. And then I had x to the 4th over x, which simplifies to x cubed. That's easy to integrate to, it integrates to x to the 4th over 4. And as you notice, I took this 1/4 and multiplied it by 1/4 coming from this integral. And I got 1/16, and don't forget that negative sign. And then it looks like what I did was factor out, I know I have to factor out x to the 4th. And I'll get 1/4 ln of x minus 1/16. And as I look over here to find out what matches, I know I'm either going to be at B or C. So I'm going to factor out an x to the 4th first. And I still don't match, so that's when I realized that I needed to factor out the x to the 16th, or the 1 over 16th. And when I do that, I have to put a 4 out in front of that ln of x. So that's why my answer is choice B. Now, number 7, this is integration by parts, and at this point you have likely memorized what the integral of the ln of x is, but if you're still doing it by parts, just keep in mind that your u is the ln of n, du would then be 1 over n dn, dv is just 1, and then v is x. So you have, I should say n because we're working on n's here. So you have n times the ln of n minus n times the ln of n minus the integral of n times 1 over n, which is just 1. So that's why we get n ln of n minus n plus c. And it looks like to match to my answer, we factored out an n.